Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to my channel, and I've just recorded 2 videos and I forgot to bring up Boris. So he's just been sitting on the sidelines giving me the evil eye about saying, why haven't you included me in these videos? So there we go. There we go, Boris. I hope you're happy now. So in this video I'm going to be discussing a movie that I recently watched during this spooky time of the year. This is a rewatch for me. I think that this is maybe the second, if not the third time I've watched it. And that is Killer Klowns from Outer Space. So this was released in 1988 and the director and the writers have all got the same name. I can't say it, so I'll have their surname up on the screen because I don't want to butcher it. But the director is Stephen and the writers are Childs, Stephen and Edwards. And because they've all got the same name, I'm going to presume that they're all in the same family, probably brothers. So Killer Klowns from Outer Space looks like it would have been a really bad movie or a very cheesy movie, or one of them movies which you find really cheap, yeah, or in the clearance section. And it would have been really cheesy acting and all that stuff. You should get the point. And in a way it is, and in a way it isn't. This focuses around a small American town where one day this meteor crashes to the Earth, and when people go to investigate, it turns out to be a circus tent. And these aliens, who are in the form of clowns, come out, attack the people in this town, turn them into cotton candy cocoons, take them back to their ship in the plan of harvesting them and breaking down their bodies, their bones, their organs, so they're just one massive sludge in this cotton candy cocoon, and drinking them. This film was a very tongue-in-cheek movie, as the clowns are pretty much what clowns do. They are very joking. They throw pies. They joke around. They don't take anything seriously. They don't really talk. They talk in their own alien language, but they don't really communicate with us. Apart from one scene where one police officer is killed and he is used as a ventriloquist dummy. One of the clowns has his hand up somewhere and is controlling them, or is controlling this person. And at first he talks in the alien language, and then he says in English, don't worry, all we want to do is just kill you, or something like that. That was a really freaking creepy ass scene. The clowns' design and look is very well done. Their costumes are very clown-like. Their masks and their heads are very exaggerated, and the way that they move is very realistic. It's very creepy. They are very expressive. They've got razor sharp teeth in them, so it shows that Pennywise can't be the only clown that has razor sharp teeth. So the first people to witness the meteor coming down to Earth is a couple called Mike and Debbie, who are on a hill which has been dedicated to being a make-out point. Couples got there, make out with each other, probably do other things, what really goes bump in the night. And they witness the meteor coming down. So they say, oh, well, look, why can't we go over there and just see what's just falling down to Earth? And when they do, they discover this strange circus tent which has all these clowns, and they discover what the clowns are really planning to do. And it's just about them trying to convince the police force to take them seriously and trying to find out what's going on and to stop this. The acting, as I said, isn't the greatest. Mike is portrayed by someone called Grant Cramer, and Debbie is portrayed by someone called Suzanne Snyder. And everyone else, they actually do their best. They aren't that bad. But I think that because they knew that the movie was a silly little film that wasn't going to take itself too seriously, that they wanted to do the same with their acting. But there is that threat there, this underlying threat that these clowns are there not to mess around. That, like, they aren't doing this for a laugh. They are there to, well, have fun, yes, but they want to harvest humans. There is a good scene at the end, this climax of the movie, where the king of the clowns, or Clownzilla, shows up, this massive clown, and fights them and attacks them, and it's really, really creepy, really scary. There was a scene in the movie where this family is in this restaurant and this little girl is bored and she's looking out the window and she sees a clown that just does that and tries to entice her to come out, and basically portraying himself to be this goofy, funny clown, and entices her to try to come out. And then behind his back he's holding this massive mallet. That was a really, really creepy ass scene in the movie. And some of the death scenes in it are kind of silly and far-fetched. Like, one of them is doing all these shadow puppets against the wall where all these spectators are oohing and ahhing and being wondered by it, and how they get eaten by this monster shadow creature. There is all these popcorn guns which at first seem useless, but as the movie goes on we find out that they do have a purpose. They do throw these custard pies which dissolves this one person to their bones. There is a scene where one of the clowns punches a guy on the in the face so hard his head comes off. And I like the soundtrack of this film. There is parts of it where it does have music that is very circus-like, and there are parts of this movie where there is guitar riffs and guitar solos that is very creepy. It's very mysterious, and it's a really, really good soundtrack. And this film, yes, it is a silly, stupid movie, but I think that's part of its charm. It could have been one of these movies that could have easily been forgotten and put in the clearance sale and the clearance section of the shops. But if you are trying to get into horror films and you aren't really bothered by clowns and you aren't scared of clowns and you want to watch something that isn't going to be all blood, guts and gore, yes, there is going to be blood and gore in this movie, but it isn't really overly done, and you want to watch something that's going to be fun, then yeah, I would definitely watch Killer Klowns from Outer Space. So guys, that's just been my discussion about this wonderful movie that I feel that's underrated. Let me know if you have watched it. Let me know what did you think about it. I think that this is one of the horror films that they could have easily done a bunch of sequels for, and maybe there are a bunch of sequels but I'm not aware about them. As far as I can tell, that this is just a standalone one and done movie. I'm not sure I mean, if there isn't any sequels, I'm not sure why not. Maybe because maybe this movie didn't do too well when it originally came out. So guys, that's really all I had to say about this movie. So yeah, with all that out of the way, I'll see you in my next video.